Today I have a very simple question for you, and the question is, would you like to close more sales? And the answer is absolutely yes. I know each and every one of you viewing today's video wants to close more sales. Today what I'd like to do is give you a simple technique, a simple tip that will help you close more sales, work smarter, make more money in less time. And that skill is listening. One of the challenges we have as salespeople is we're so busy giving the pitch that we don't stop, we don't slow down, we don't allow ourselves to be distinctive enough to really listen to what our clients have to say. As salespeople, we're known throughout whatever sales industry of people who talk too much, who interrupt. We're so busy making our pitches, we never really ever get a chance to really listen and, more importantly, connect up with our clients. And so today what I want you to think about is admit one thing, and that is, as salespeople, we've all graduated the rapport building schools that are taught in Sales 101. But you need to know this: above rapport building is intimacy and having an intimate connection with your clients. How do you do it easily? You do it by listening to your clients. Let me give you a quick example of what happens in our humanity on a daily basis with all the thousands of sales pitches that goes on a daily basis. And I'm just going to use one of these high-tech graphics, but I wanted to use this just to exemplify really what happens with communication. What I'd like for you to do is quickly draw two stick people, one over here and one over there here on this side of your page. And right here is the client, and this is the salesperson. And then in between the client's mouth going over to the salesperson ears, I just want you to write 100 words. What happens in most communications is that the client speaks phrases or words, and we are so preconditioned to already know what the answer is, we cut them off very short of when they're even completely finished. And what that does, it does nothing for us except that it disconnects us from our client. A total disconnection. So the survey says this, is that in our humanity, when a client starts speaking to us at about the 7th word, not the 20th or the 50th or the 90th, but at the 7th word, we stop listening. And by the 10th word, our brain is churned so quickly that by the 10th word, we have now formulated our answer to that client. And what's worse is from the 10th word to the 100th word, we have stopped listening. We are toe tapping, we're looking at our watch, we're waiting for them to get done so we can tell them how much it is we know about our product and all that kind of stuff. And in many cases, we lack patience, so what do? We interrupt that client to tell them how much it is that we know. So what I want you guys to do out there is start listening. Break through the rapport building, the kiss up, the suck up, and really listen to your clients. Because I guarantee you, from the 10th word to the 100th word, there are buying clues. There are closing clues that client is giving you. Very, very powerful. So let me give you a couple other steps here to follow that will help you with your listening skills. When you think the client is completely done, what I want you to do is pause and take a deep breath. Pause and take a deep breath. Main reason is because in most cases, not all, but in most cases when you pause and take that breath, be it on the phone or live appointment, is that client will continue to talk. So let me say it again. Pause, take a deep breath, and in many cases the clients will start talking again. And we know from past surveys and research and studies that we've done that the more the client is listened to, the more they get comfortable with the person that they're dealing with, especially with salespeople, because we're not known for our listening skills. Now, let me just throw this one out at you here. And this says here, when the need to be heard is fulfilled, intimacy is gained, and we move closer to closing the client. See, when you don't listen, when you interrupt, when you're rude, and you don't use good communication, you move away from the client. But when you're using intimacy and you are really tuning into what they're saying and you're listening for those clues that the client in many cases will offer up on a dish, we now move closer to closure. You need to really start listening. So with that, let me give you one other tip, and that is this. In times of conflictual type of communication and or objections, one of the greatest phrases that you can say is, may I comment? So if they pop up with an objection, don't interrupt. Let them go. Pause. Take a deep breath. If they don't start talking again, then distinctively say, may I comment? And watch what the response is. Now, the last thing I want to share with you today, and the corresponding content that is right here at getsalesresultsnow.com, getsalesresultsnow.com, or you can go over here to my website at chuckbauer.com. But the corresponding content, there is an online assessment for listening. And what I want you to do is I want you to take that assessment. Just go online right where the click-through is, and there's about 10 to 15 questions. Answer it truthfully and see what your score is. And then for the next 30 days, maybe one of the top sale things that you can do to make improvements is become a better listener. And remember that when we listen, intimacy is gained and we move closer to closing that deal. So with that, Godspeed, good selling. I hope today's information will prove very fruitful for you and hope to see you down the road. Take care. Bye-bye.